Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Excuse me. My name is Elf, or Mad Tinks. You can call me whatever you like. I really don't mind. We are back on the survival world after having not streamed since yesterday or recorded since yesterday. Episode 3 is now being uploaded, and episode 4 is being edited as we speak. So those shouldn't be too far apart from each other. But yeah, I have been chipping away on stream at other projects, like, go away, Mrs. On, I'm trying to talk to the people. I finished off the Wizarding Tower for the enchantment setup yesterday. I'll show you guys that. It started, and I'll little watch point up here, where I can look around and see my world. That's embarrassing. Hoping that this one might be charged. Looks like it's semi-charged, which will do while that charges. There we go. So yeah, I've been gently chipping away at other projects. You cannot be here. Oh, gunpowder. I think today is probably the day where we start working on the next phase of the world, which is indeed getting villagers and an iron farm. So, the main hurdle for the villagers is if I want to cure them, I have to get blaze rods, which means going back to the nether, which I did last episode, and trying to find a fortress. I am willing to do that though, so I might just get on with that this episode. I'm going to take some blocks, make sure that I indeed have enough food this time, because I was caught short last time and could have ended quite badly. So 24 total bits of food isn't really enough, so I'm going to go and harvest the potatoes here, which seem to have grown mostly. Don't forget I do have to replant them, so that sort of reduces the amount. I will harvest the melons eventually. Excuse me. So while we wait for them to smelt, I think I should find. I got a single bone in here, but I got some bone meal somewhere. Oh, it's in here. So I think I'm just gonna slightly inflate the amount of chickens that are in here. Give us one. Yay! I'm just gonna also slightly accelerate the wheat's growth, just so I can get a few more of these seeds here. And I don't mind using up the bone meal at this stage of the game, because it's very easy to get back after I build a mob farm, so it's incredibly easy. And I think I'm going to opt for the automatic kind of design for the mob farm, whereby I just use campfires to kill them. However, I will probably just do the 23 block drop and then make them one hit, so that I can get the XP. Definitely build a better XP farm later down the line. But we'll see. We will 100% see. Yeah, there we go. My other battery pack on my controller is going to die. Oh no. Let's just, like I said, slightly inflate the amount of chickens in here. There we go. Do you want to grow up, little dude? No, of course not. Why would you want to? You want to stay young forever. Not exactly my first choice. See, I really don't want to get caught short this time with a lack of food. I'm also going to make a new iron sword and a new iron pickaxe. Just because I don't want to be sort of in the shit and break my diamond pick. Just realised I sworn on an episode of something that was made for kids. I could get in a hell of a lot of trouble for that. I don't mind too much. So, anyway, let us attend the fiery world. I have to say though, I'm just looking at the feedback from from the first 2 episodes, and I'm incredibly pleased with that feedback. So thank you very much. The amount of views that I've had already is pretty good. I'm very happy with it. So I'm just gonna look at the seed here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 5, 2, 0, 3, 1, 9, 5, 6. Let's go for the nether. So what coordinates are we looking at for spawn? I did also find a treasure bastion pretty close in the last episode to where the Ground Zero home base is, so I'm really pleased with that. So that is... What are you doing here? That is remarkably close, so I'm thinking that I head down and start travelling along. Mate, trust me, you don't want to get caught out there. Trying to work out where's best to drop down. Because that is remarkably close to where I am situated in the nether with regards to my spawn. So let's just shuffle down here. There's a Ghast. Are we going to play tennis with Mr. Ghast? I'm hoping not, because... oh, it might be the case. Should be on my best guard for that. And long. Oh, I nearly just walked into lava. Let's just head a bit over this way. Sort of. It's only about 200 blocks this way, so I should see it very, very soon. I'm glad to note that there is no nether. Well, there's a nether fortress closer than what I first anticipated. We're playing tennis, big boy? It looks like we are. Come on. Try your worst. Do your worst. Oh, no. Come on. Not right now. Not like this. Come on. Just indeed back up a little bit. Right. Yeah, that magma cube is now in reach. So let's try and take care of him. Let's just isolate them one at a time. You can't really come anywhere near me if I'm doing that. Let's get out of the way. Let's keep moving. Should be very soon seeing a fortress. So I'm gonna go up a bit higher. So I feel a bit safer up there. There we are. That's not actually too far from the base. I'm incredibly happy to have made this discovery. So, let's just block that off. Well, I will take 2 diamonds. 3 diamonds even. I will take that amount. Now I'm here specifically for the blaze rods. I have to be extremely careful right now. Right. This is bad. Okay. Let's try and dispatch him. I was entirely unprepared for that. Oh, just chill. Just My armor's looking a bit worse for wear, if I'm honest. That's quite a lot with the skeletons. No way. On episode fucking 6? God. Oh. I swore. Again. I'm very sorry. Our first with a skeleton skull. That is insane. Wow. Oh boy. Fighting a war on two fronts. Never smart. If I get all three with their heads on episode 6, that'd be pretty funny. I do have a spare backup iron sword, so I'm looking to try and go to the end by episode 10, so let's just block that off a minute. I can't believe that though. With a skeleton skull on episode episode 6. Come on. Wow. With a skeleton skull on episode 6. Guess you never know your luck. Pretty empty fortress. I'm actually just gonna block that off a minute. I couldn't believe me luck though. First with a skeleton skull. We're only episode 6. I have to figure out in editing how to bleep out those swear words because I don't really want to be swearing on something that I have deemed rated for kids. It's not the smartest idea. Just gonna get some nether wart, some soul sand. It's gonna come incredibly useful. This is like probably one of the smallest fortresses I personally have ever raided. Ooh. Just so I'm not um fighting that war on two fronts that I said about not wanting to do. The worst thing right now is for a wither skeleton to jump me. So, as I'm saying that, as I'm literally talking about it, comes out of nowhere, man. Let's just block this corridor off. So I'm doing it sort of with the expectations of getting jumped. If I try and do it a bit more, with a bit more of an expectation for it, then that's gonna help me a bit more. So, come on, buddy. If you want to just pop around the corner there. So, just gonna whack a bit of a blockage there. Okay. Just gonna take a bit of a break for editing me, and I'll probably get back to you guys as soon as I'm back. Okay, I'm now back, and that I've realised that these tunnels are extremely unsafe. But we're back at the portal. Made it back safely. Did take an awful lot of damage on the way, but I have only done that little cut there just to stop the whole editing me going insane type thing. So, future editing me, you're welcome, buddy. Let's head back home. Wrong way out. There we go. We're out. We're home. I still cannot believe my luck with this bad boy, who I'm going to put there, because he's got no brains. I mean, then again, he's a skeleton. So that's the first of 3 with a skeleton skulls. And I'm sure it's the first of many. How many I need? Should have grabbed 9 blaze rods. What is it? I mean, need 12 eyes of ender plus a backup. So yeah, that's totally cool. We're gonna make a brewing stand. Now I only need. I've realised that's in a really bad place. I can pop it there for now. I only need. I think I've got all the ingredients for it. Probably not, because I'm stupid and such. I've got the spider eyes. I know I have the sugar. I think it's mushrooms I need now. And I sadly don't believe I... Oh, I do! You never know your luck. I only need... Since I only need 1. Just gonna pop that away. And then... I need a piece of sugar. So... Let's pop that there. Let's pop a piece of nether wart into there. Just gonna smelt the sand. So I think, and also I'm trying this episode without the webcam, just because editing me will probably prefer not seeing my ugly mug. The glass is done, so that's helping me. I'm gonna go out and collect some water from the infinite source. Stick it in the brewing stand to make some awkward potions. And then I need a piece of gunpowder. And then a piece... we got that. And I need to remember that I have to build the iron farm 96 blocks away from where the... A minimum of 96 blocks away from where the nearest workstation is. So it has to be 96 blocks away from here at this point. So has to go out to -50 is the closest it could be. Let's get some splash potions. I'm gonna sleep this night because I'm not ready yet for the impending zombie villager invasion. I need... turns out I might actually have been ready. Potential night wasted, unfortunately. But we can try again. Fine. There we go. Don't Don't know why I thought I needed so many gold ingots, but at least I've saved a couple there. Oh, man, I'm tired. So, how do you make a barrel? And 2 slabs, okay. I'll grab a couple of them and just sort of stick they on the roof there. I'm going to put the zombie villager stuff. I've realised that that's made me far quieter by leaning back in my chair, and I hate having to wrestle with this microphone stand. There's not enough gain on it, sadly, so it's very quiet. So that I don't accidentally throw 3 splash potions of weakness. I'm going to prepare myself a shelter for them, so they don't die during the day. And then I should probably start working on where I'm actually going to put them once they've transformed. So I'll only have 5 minutes left of the day. Well, 5 minutes. I'll have 10 minutes to actually get them in their new home before they are unsafe again. Now, I want to try and keep them out of the way of the house for now, because obviously that could put me at risk. Yeah, put me at massive risk of getting killed by them. And so far, I have not died in this world yet. Fingers crossed I don't ever. But the best part about this episode is it's brought us one step closer to the Ender Dragon, and I feel like I'm rushing this series, but I don't want to do that because that's just bad. I think I should get some cows. I definitely think I should get some because there's 2 around, sort of a sign that I need them. I got any backup wheat? I do have a piece of wheat, a singular piece. Sort of do something like that. Something like that so we can get them in. Where is our cows? There is one. Oh, they're both here. Perfect. So let's get them in. Perfect, we now have cows. So that's brought us a step closer to our goal of getting good gear. Ace, we're actually looking really up. We are looking very much up. I'm also really liking sort of the theme I'm going for here. I mean, obviously my building isn't the best, and that turned out kind of crap. So I'm definitely going to rebuild it in the future. Let's just get over here and try not to kill a chicken with its own egg. Oh, I do have some spare wheat. I am just stupid. Let's just feed you 2. And start getting a populace of leather. Which will benefit us massively. Now, I should probably build the new friends a place to live. If I do indeed get any. Because we all know what I'm like socially. That's why I've turned to YouTube. I did say that I would build a what's it called? Storage shed. Yeah, that's the one. So I'm gonna set to work on that possibly in this episode. There's gonna be a bit of building in this episode, but it's mainly to get me going. So let's get rid of all that. Probably gonna mark the beams like that. This will not be my storage shed. This is gonna be where the villagers are gonna live. Be my little trading station for them. See, as I've started accruing items that you can actually trade, I think I might as well build a hall. It also brings me a step closer to perfect gear. Gosh damn it. I don't know why I didn't make an iron axe. Probably because I've been going through them like wildfire, and I do need to look after me iron until I have an iron farm, which is sort of the secondary reason why I'm building one of these. It's because it's going to first act as a breeder until I've got enough villagers to transfer 20. Well, I'm not going to transfer 20, I'm only going to transfer 2 into the farm, and then let those guys breed up. I'm gonna breed the 2 that stay here. So I'm gonna breed a total of 4 villagers over here, like to begin with, and then breed another lot once the other 2 have gone to the farm. And I'll also continue to use this space as a breeder for other farms that require villagers, i.e. a raid farm. Because in my last world, it was incredibly helpful to have one of those. But I feel this episode is dragging on a bit, so I might have to cut it off here, or I could record for an hour and just release that sort of cut up into 2 episodes. So 6 and, well, no, because that wouldn't make sense chronologically. But I think, yeah, you know what, I'm going to go for an hour-long episode this time. They won't all be that long. They're just going to vary in length. Just as an idea for the moment. So that's sort of the main frame. Where to put the, thinking if I put the door here, it'll have to be fence gates to prevent zombies getting into the villager cage. So let's do that. Let's plonk that down. Let's just put basalt as the floor there. Basalt actually doesn't look bad as a floor block, to be totally honest, but anywhoosie. Just gonna do that. So the back end is protected. Doing that, and that. just until I build up the rest of it. I do believe it is now time to go and get the stuff to potentially cure a zombie villager. Then I shall move the first villager once it's cured. Better take both out actually tonight, just so that I can guarantee a capture. Hey buddy, you seen any zombie villagers around? No? Okay. You're gonna do a ton of damage. Yeah. Just get rid of you. No, I'm aiming for a 0 deaths playthrough, because I feel like that could be quite fun to have to try and do. Which means I've got to be on high alert at all times. There's a creeper behind me, I know that. Yeah. So, I'll have to repair that hole tomorrow. Oh, we're getting hit by a skeleton. Can't wait to have mending on my items. Of course, they're not going to spawn around my lit up area. So otherwise that's just basically breaking basic game rule. Huh. Our first encounter with an Enderman. And he's not happy, he's not happy. Let's just take care of our first Enderman. You gonna drop us a pearl, big boy? You are, thank you. That's the first of 14 Eyes of Ender to take. And the reason I'm gonna get 14 is because an Ender chest or two. It's marvellous. God, 0 death playthrough is going to be very difficult, I'm starting to realise. Because there's a lot of stuff that could wipe me out in seconds if it wanted to, and particularly the bosses are going to be very difficult to take on without taking a lot of damage. Which is where good armor's going to come in. So get in the water. Thank you. Goodbye. Come on, there's usually a ton of zombie villagers. There we go. I've got 2 very comfortable boats and a couple of nice apples to feed you guys. So where are you at? Let's try and dispatch as many creepers and whatnot tonight. So another thing I need to start doing is getting a lot of gunpowder for rockets later in the game. So obviously the elytra, thought that was one, and I was about to get really happy. Let's get rid of him. Let's get rid of him. Get rid of you. Night is ending very soon. I want to at least have one zombie villager. Please. As I'm saying that, I love this game. Come on, buddy. It's your lucky night. You're becoming human again. Much like me, except you're going to be forced to do free labour for me. In the boat. Thank you. Epic. We have our first zombie villager, ladies and gentlemen. That is awesome news. We officially have our first. So I have no potion effects right now. That is great news. Hello, buddy. Welcome to, I want to say hell. Because it certainly ain't hell. It's just your first day is not a free man, I guess. Just going to do that to make sure you're safe from baby zombies. Those little buggers are not exactly going to be very nice to you now. Now that you're not one of them. I'm going to sleep now that the first half of the mission is complete. That is awesome. Zombie villager. He is about to become a member of the cool dudes. So I'm going to open this up slightly now so I can actually get him out. And we're going to continue work on his new home. Because this is where he's going to live for the next billion years. Or until I decide I don't want him anymore and make him shuffle off his mortal coil to me. Try and mitigate the amount of crudeness that statement could bring. And to get ourselves a shovel. God, that's awesome. So, zombie villager. He's number 1 on the list of zombies that we've cured now. Actually, I suppose it doesn't really matter how the bottom of this floor looks. So, this is only villagers. Besides, I want to try and get the floor in before I put the villagers in, because otherwise they're going to be a problem. Problem I'm not really necessarily ready to want to solve, given that I have work in 5 hours. I have to go to work in 5 hours, and I have a 25-minute bike ride even into where I work. So, yeah, the problems are not going to be solved too much today. And I'm going to be recording and editing when I get back and trying to make sure that episodes come out regularly rather than having them come out like on a random schedule of, in other words, whenever I feel like it. They're going to come out as and when I record and release them. Let's get that in. Let's go see if our buddy's ready to join us in his new home. He's not quite. He's still shaking a bit. He's a bit nervous. So, that gives us time, actually, to get this dude a bed and a workstation. Now, I'm going to elect him to stay as a farmer. Come on. Let's get him a bed. I'm electing that he stays as a farmer because farmers are going to be incredibly useful. Especially for me at the moment because it's an easy source of emeralds. Don't have any more wool. I do actually, so I'm happy about that. Let's get him his bed and his workstation. I need a few slabs, so this guy's gonna want a nice composter to work with. I will eventually light up the place a bit better. But for now, a couple of torches is what he's gonna get. And our friend is ready to join us. Just in the nick of time, actually. Your bed is now in. And you are now eternally in my debt, so you're working for me now. Which I love about Minecraft, is you can just ask villagers to eternally work for you, and they will agree. So we're going to get him a workstation in a minute. Come on, pal. Oh no, I don't want you as one of them. I want you a farmer, mate. That's what you're gonna be for the rest of your life. But your bed's in here, so I'm gonna have to destroy those 2 workstations that are already in there. There we go. You're in there now, and I'm gonna go get a bit more cobblestone and some other stuffs. So let's get rid of that. I have to get rid of my own bed as well. And that until your new workstation is built. I always forget how you make a composter. It's 7 slabs. God, why is it such an awkward number? Like 7? Let's whack you down that one, buddy. You taking the job, or are you just... You are taking the job, so I'm going to release you from your boat. I don't see how you'd be disagreeing with your workstation, pal. So you're going to give me slightly cheaper rates, which is very, very kind of you, I have to say. The healing was no big deal. It was quite expensive, but it was no big deal, buddy. Don't worry about it. Happy to have helped. Or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to put the other golden apple away because I don't want to, again, I don't want to accidentally eat it or something. I do have some bone meal still, so I can make a first trade with him to lock him in. Then that'll eventually make me be able to make him slightly cheaper when I can be bothered. Let's just do that. Hello. You've come right to the gate. Alright, I've now locked him in. The good news is that trade is going to be a 1 emerald thing. I just need to get him up to his next level, which shouldn't be too hard. But I'm very happy that I now have a villager, because that's episode 6 or 7, I think. I think I'm on 6. I can't remember. I gotta start keeping track of it, I know, but it's a case of actually doing such a thing. It's the strenuous part of life. I think this might actually be the first thunderstorm that I see. So I'm just gonna whack that down. Just gonna whack that down. It's not a thunderstorm. Okay. Just gonna munch on some of this mutton here, just to keep us at full. And I suppose the thing I want to reiterate throughout the whole series is nothing is done off camera. It's either on stream or recorded. There is no off camera mining done. There's no excuse for having more than what you started with unless it's been documented. So a grass block, that's going to come in incredibly handy later down the line. That's even done before the days of Silk Touch, so I'm incredibly happy. I'm gonna go and put this guy's roof on, because as much as people may not think so, he deserves a roof of some form. Let's try and keep the rain out for him. Yep. So you now have a roof, buddy. Congratulations, you have one. Good news is he will trade both melons and pumpkins at 1 emerald apiece, and that makes my life incredibly easy for getting emeralds for a beacon. I'm gonna try and get one of every beacon, so an iron, gold, emerald, diamond, and then eventually the big 6-month project, which will be netherite. That's gonna always be fun the whole way through. Yeah. Progress I'm making does feel a little bit rushed, but I hope that's not how I'm putting it across, is that it's rushed. I'm gonna do a bit of organisation today because I'm sort of noticing that all my chests are getting into a state of disarray, and I can't have that happening. So let's top up the coal in both of those. And that's fine in there. Do want to try and keep like an emergency stockpile of food. So, Sumi mob loot chest. So, that has to come out. There we go. Oh heck, it's night. But yeah, as I've now done sort of the ideal goal for this episode, I think that probably brings it to a close. I would like to thank you all very much for watching. Still got a minute left of this outro to do, so but yeah, let me know about what you think of the series so far, and again, face cam on or face cam off, it's entirely up to you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know I've enjoyed making it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye now.